That seat might be better for you.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. How'd your show go?
It went well. It went well. We had one pretty big audience, and then like two kind of small audiences. But we kind of expected that because like no one wants to come out on a Sunday.
Yesterday.
Do I have anything in my teeth?
Smile. Yeah.
How's the lighting?
Pretty. I think it's okay.
Okay.
I'm not very good with lighting, honestly.
It's fine as long as my hair looks blonde and my eyes look blue. We're good to go.
I must have blocked out yesterday. I have no clue.
Yeah.
What did I do yesterday?
So you could like choose your topic and you decided to talk about humor.
So I'm just trying to keep this as a conversation just so
Yeah.
we can see what you're like as a person, as an individual, as an independent woman.
Thank you.
Um,
An independent person. The woman part is like, yes, but
An independent.
I'm a person first,
Okay.
a lady second,
You're right.
and then a freak in the sheets third. Just a thought.
Cool.
What did I do? I have no clue. It was embarrassing. I don't know. I can't think of a single thing I did this weekend.
I'm really drunk. Is that bad?
I think I consider myself to be pretty funny.
No, not really.
I do consider myself funny. I don't know. It's like a bad thing to say.
I feel like it's pretty vain to say that you consider yourself funny, but I feel like I have always just been a person who just said what was on my mind and people found that funny.
Mostly just kind of inappropriate or weird. But I don't think I would say that I was funny. When I was younger, I was a ham. Like I was this like fat little kid and I loved being the center of attention. And watching home videos is so painful because I'm always like, hey, me, hey, hello, hey, dad, hello. Are you on it? Are you me? Are you like filming me?
I can remember like just like realizing that like if I just say whatever's on my mind, then like people laugh. I heard someone say balls of steel and I like didn't really know what balls were. Don't think I really knew what steel was. But just the combination of those two things I knew like got a rise out of people.
I think sometimes I even made like an effort to be like weird. And weird, and when I say weird, I don't mean like creepy or anything. Just kind of like, oh, he's like drew like a pig mixed with a squid, or like a pig with wings. I did some things with pigs for a little while.
I would have said that I was an outgoing kid. I definitely would have said I loved being in front of people. I loved being social. I would have said I was much more extroverted as a kid than I am now. I definitely fed off of other people.
But then in middle school, that kind of got emotionally beaten out of me.
I was really tall, and then I also got really huge boobs when I was 11. So the average boy was about here on me, and I had this situation of these toddlers' heads growing off of my chest. So that kind of changed the dynamic of my humor. So I think for like 3 years, I was just like the Lisa Lampanelli of Greenbrier Middle School.
How my humor's evolved over time. I guess it's just become more and more as I've gotten older and I've like become more knowledgeable about stuff and more like attuned to culture. My humor has broadened, and it's definitely been influenced by, you know, TV and movies that I think are funny, that I've like gotten exposed to over time. And also I just think, you know, as you age, your humor becomes more mature, and or not.
Yeah, I think I've always been inappropriate. Remember my first curse word, I was singing along to Ride With Me by Nelly on the bus in 3rd grade, and I was like, what did I say? it was something like ass or like shit or something. And I remember my friend looked over at me and she was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, yeah, whatever, no big deal.
Well, I used to make YouTube videos when I was 13 and 14, like when YouTube was in its like heyday. Some of them are really embarrassing.
No, like, literally there was no other blonde girl named Emily in my entire high school, if that tells you at all what my high school was like. In Virginia, I was the only blonde Emily at high school. So then that was a whole other realm of just, like, trying to, like, break down any sort of differences I had with people by just, like, making fun of any of those differences.
Don't read the YouTube comments, because they're...
They're pretty neat.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How'd you
I got,
know?
like, death threats.
Really, my way to be funny is a more experiential way. Usually by just getting up in front of people and making a fool of myself, and then kind of learning what works and what doesn't.
That was back when YouTube was, like not as regulated, so people were just throwing out, like, left and right, like, I want to kill you, so watch out, okay?
I can do a good trailer announcer impression,
Oh, yeah.
the movie voice guy.
Yeah, let's see it.
In a world where only Seamus can survive. It's like that Will Smith movie, but with a white guy, and there's no guns.
Or zombies. It's just him. It's just Seamus in the world. That's it.
It was definitely self-deprecating and also just, like, realizing how different I was from people and then just, like, trying to run with it and, like, find something in common by, like breaking down all of the stern faces I would get just because I looked different than people and, like, getting them to laugh and realize, like, we're all just, like, shitty high school kids. Like, we're all in the same boat.
I don't know, that shaped who I am, too, because now I don't get offended easily. I don't worry about death threats.
Sometimes I do feel pressured to perform. You know, are you editing this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna look at what I said.
Sometimes I feel like I'll be like, Julia, like, you're not being funny right now. Like, step up your game.
Beat myself up about it. That's probably the term to use. Yeah, beat myself up about it if I, think that I'm funny. It's just like, God, you're so just died in there, man. Come out of hanging out with some people and like, you just were not funny and you just tried so hard and they probably think that you were shit.
I mean, I more so act like they don't have the same sense of humor as me. It's fine, because a lot of people don't, or I mean, a lot of people wouldn't find some of the stuff I say to be funny in any situation. And that's fine.
Okay. Sometimes I do feel pressured to perform.
Who, like, being funny is fun and it's funny. Like, if there was pressure for me to, like, always be the political one, or which is kind of also goes in hand with comedy sometimes, but or like the pressure to, like, always be the crafty one, like, fuck that would not be okay. I'd be a little mad if everyone was like, how come you haven't knitted something today?
Sometimes I guess I do feel pressured to perform. Sometimes I do feel pressured. Stop! You're doing this, not me.
There are strategies that you can do when that happens. Like, just if you say something really dumb and no one laughs, you can be like, and the crowd goes wild.
Normally I can really tell if a joke isn't gonna go over well, and I'll just do it anyway. But I think, like, most people can, like, just, like, acknowledge the fact that, like, that either, like, that was too far, like, that was really lame, or, like, whatever it was, and then you just laugh along with people at just how lame it was.
You can say things that aren't funny and say them in certain ways, and then it becomes funny.
You strike out a whole bunch of times. The times that if you just keep throwing stuff at the wall, some stuff will stick. And that stuff's usually funny.
When I do succeed in making people laugh, it makes you feel accomplished. It makes you feel good, like you're accepted, stuff like that. It's always nice to share, like, a moment like that.
What how are you supposed to react when you tell an awesome story and everyone laughs? You know, like, are you supposed to smile? Like, do you laugh at your own joke? Do you, like, remain stone-faced?
Fist pump, high five,
Fist bump.
slap on the ass, whatever it takes.
I usually laugh at myself because, and I don't think that usually goes well. And sometimes people call me out on that and they're like, you're laughing at your own joke. I'm like, yeah, because the reason I told it is because I think it's funny.
Today in class, in my speaking class, we had to just describe our spring break in one sentence. And so everybody stood up and said, like, I went to Florida for a week, or like, I did this. And I literally couldn't think of anything to say, so I just stood up and I was just like, woo! And I just like held it for like 45 seconds and just like sat back down. And everyone was laughing because they just didn't know what had just happened. But I was like, what do I do with my face right now? Like, do I laugh at myself? Do I just like stone face it? Like, yep, dropped it, deal with it, drop the mic. I don't know.
It's usually like the mental check that goes through my head before I say something that I think is funny is whether I think it's funny and whether I would laugh at it.
I feel like funny is like once you've reached like Tina Fey, then you can officially be like, yeah, I'm fucking funny. But like right now I'm just like a girl, a person that people laugh at sometimes.
To me, humor is I'd say it's like taking the truth and manipulating it in a way that's a little less than true or a way that it's not usually seen.
I think what it takes to be funny is just being able to say whatever is on your mind at any time, and 10% of that will be funny. And if that's the case, then you're probably funny. But people that aren't comfortable with saying whatever's on their mind are never gonna get to the point where they're saying really anything at all. And I think being funny does have to do with just being able to really, really, truly be yourself.
Even if you think that you're not funny all the time, you gotta keep trying because it's fun to laugh. It's fun to be funny with friends.
I don't mean to sound cocky, but just like a fact. Like, it's my personality. Like, I am not trying to do anything right now. I'm just being who I am. And if you think that's funny, awesome. But if not, I don't know.
The Squig emerged as a doodle originally. That my friend thought was funny, and so I seized upon that opportunity.
Get to the chopper!
I don't know, it depends on the funeral. I don't want people to make jokes at my funeral, but...
Gravity is nominated tonight, which is about George Clooney preferring to float away into space and die rather than be around a woman his own age for more than 30 minutes, which is just clutch for a lot of reasons.
What's brown and sticky?